Alexander Hamilton.
All right, Act 1, Scene 1, Hamilton. Boom.
All right.
So Lit Mobile just sent me this solar wireless battery pack.
YouTube has
I'm
commercials, I'm
excited to see what's
sorry.
inside. I really like.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar?
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
Being caught and inside away across it. Struggled to keep his guard up. Inside, he was looking for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. A man saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and wrote his first refrain that tested it. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came. And the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt written 2 years. St. Alexander and his mother bedridden, half dead. Sitting in their own sick, the scent thick, and Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with the cousin committed suicide.
Left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. Started retreating and reading every treatise on the
There would have
shelf.
been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a sense of restitution. Started working, cooking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford. Scamming for every book he can get his hands on. Planning for the future, see him now as he stands on the bow of a ship, headed for a new land. And New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can be a new man. Just you wait. Just you wait. Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you. May you never back down, you never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, when America sings for you, will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Oh, the ship is in the harbor now. See if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. Our enemies for the South America forgot him. We fought with him.
Me, I died for him.
Me, I trusted him.
Me, I loved him.
And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't, million things I haven't. There you go. But just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
Boom.
Boom. Go straight in. Next song. Awesome.
Commercials.
1776.
Okay.
New York City. Pardon me. Are you Aaron Burr, sir? That depends.
Who's asking.
Who's asking. Oh, sir. I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you. I'm getting nervous. Sir, I heard your name in Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study. When I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours, I may have punched him. It's a Burr, sir. He handles the financials. You punch the
punch the
bursar.
bursar.
Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate into, then join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast?
It was my parents' parents dying with before they passed.
I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war that we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for.
Can I buy you a drink?
That would be nice. While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less. What? Smile
more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for.
You can't be serious.
You want to get ahead.
Yes.
Fools who run their mouths off who wind up dead.
Yo, what is that?
Showtime! Like I said.
2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Them red coats don't want it with me, cause I will block the South till I free.
Oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir, tell the king, casse-toi, who is the best?
Rah, rah, I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother say, come again. Lock up your daughters and horses. Of course, it's hard to have to course over 4 sets of corsets.
Wow.
One more set, son. Pour me another brew, son. Let's raise a couple more to the revolution. We'll think the prodigy of Princeton College. Give us a verse, drop some knowledge.
Good luck with that. You're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit. We'll see where we land.
For the revolution's imminent. What do you stall for?
What do you fall for?
Ooh, who are you?
Who are you?
This kid, what's it? I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shots. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm gonna get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but they're amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains, but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard. With every word, I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. This New York City suit's getting colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets Spanish. The fan this spark into a flame. Damn, it's getting dark. So let me spell out the name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. The King George turns around and runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me, he says in parentheses. Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy, and I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy. How you say? Oh, anarchy. When I try to make the other side panic with my shots.
I'm a Taylor's apprentice, and I got John Knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to finally advance. Instead of taking some chance, I'm gonna take a shot.
But we'll never be truly free until London touches the same rights as you and me. You and I, do or die. Wait till I sally in on the stallion with the first black battalion. Have another shot.
Keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants are caught. Florence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot. Block it, then the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds that gods will put us all in a spot? Popping a squad on conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Get me a position. Show me where the ammunition is. Ooh, or am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let's get this guy in front of a crowd.
I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
Everybody sing, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, whoa. Woo, whoa. Let me hear ya. Oh, oh, oh. I said shout it to the rooftop. Said to the rooftop. Let's go.
Yeah.
So rise up when you're living on your knees. You rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up.
When are these colonies gonna rise up? When are these colonies gonna rise up? When are these colonies gonna rise up?
Rise up, rise up.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh. Reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not a moment. It's the movement. Where all the hungriest brothers with something to prove went. Foes oppose us. We taking on a stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation and state? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting. I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualty and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow when I am throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Rise up, time to take a shot. Rise up, time to take a shot. Whoa. Whoa, time to take a shot, time to take a shot, and I am not throwing away my shot.
Yes.
So good. All right, straight into the next song. Who's got the next song? Hold on, let me look. Somebody not know? Okay, I got it. I'm going to see who's got it. No!
Story of tonight?
Yeah, story of tonight is Hercules.
I may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell our story,
let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the 4 of us, tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away. Let's have another round tonight. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight. The story of tonight. Of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming with the poor. They pull up in the carriages and gawk at the students in the comments just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys at
Angelica!
Work.
Eliza!
And Peggy. Sisters.
Angelica!
Daddy said to be home by sundown.
Daddy doesn't need to know.
Daddy said not to go downtown.
Like I said, you're free to go.
Look around. Revolution's happening in New York.
New York.
Work.
Bad enough Daddy wants to go to war.
People shouting in the square.
Bad enough there'll be violence on our shore.
Ideas in the air. Look around.
Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
He's looking for me.
Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa.
Woo! There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. Why you slumming in the city in your fancy heels? You searching for an urchin who can give you ideals.
You disgust me.
So you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution? I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'm going to compel him to include women in the sequel. Work!
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
Look around. To be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world.
The greatest city in the world.
Because I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident that I'm rated equal. Look around, and there's a round, and everyone's in New York right now. History and happening and acting, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. Greatest world. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all gonna laugh at me today.
I'm weak.
But Farmer refuted.
So question, is there a Sabri?
No.
Okay. I got it.
You got it? Great. Awesome.
Yeah, no worries. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my friend helped me fill this out. I'm not the expert.
Got it.
Music man.
Yeah, got it. Please. Sorry, it's loading. Hello. Hear ye! My name is Samuel E. Cerebri, and I present the thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Oh, I never read that. Heed not the rabble who scream revolution. They have not your interests at heart. Oh my God, tear this dude apart. Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution. Don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak for me. Let them be. They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the King shows you his mercy. For shame, for shame. Yo, he'd have you all unravel at the sounds of screams, but the revolution's coming, the have-nots are gonna win this. It's hard to listen to you with a straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already haunts us. Honestly, you shouldn't even talk. And what about Boston? Look at the cost and all that we lost, and we talk about Congress? My dog speaks more eloquently, but strangely your mange is the same. Mercy, is he in Jersey for the revolution? Hey. Could you not repeat yourself? I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me. Please don't read, not your interest. Don't modulate the key, then not debate with me. Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea? Alexander, please, Burr. I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Drop the nicety. Silence. A message from the king. A message from the king. A message from the king.
Please go off.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea that you hurl in the sea as you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Now despite large estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back. Time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. Oh, my sweet, submissive subject. My royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love, for your praise. And I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Come on now, you know what to do. Unmute everybody. Come on. Da 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 da
Wow.
That was amazing.
Honestly, like Tony Award winning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Periodic table, nitrogen, helium, beryllium, yes.
Thank you. Yes, iron. All right, jumping into the next song. Hold on.
Girls got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. They surround the troops, they surround the troops, they surround the troops.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor. I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. We will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up. Rise up. Here it comes. Here comes the general. Here comes the general.
The moment you've been waiting for.
Here comes the general.
The pride of Mount Vernon. George Washington.
We are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta take an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond? Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lined up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room, the truth is in your face. When you hear the British cannons go boom! I lost my place. How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Incoming! That battery down the battery, check the damages. They gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina that God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon ship. Yo, we're still a cannon. Shaboom goes the cannon in the bin and the ship spray. Boom goes the cannon and we're getting the ship's face. There's no other shipping. We just lost another sipping. We gotta run hard and get we getting caught another slip. Guns and horses giddy up. I decide to divvy up forces. The skittish and the British got the city up. This close to giving up, facing mad scrutiny. I scream in the face. This mass mutiny. Are these the men with which I'm to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I am in dire need of assistance. Your Excellency, sir.
Your Excellency, sir.
Aaron Burr, sir. Permission to state my case, as you were. Sir, I was a captain in the General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you'll keep your firing from a distance. I have some good questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west. Yes, Your Excellency. You wanted to see me? Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr? Yes, sir, we keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Close the door on your way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh. Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff? Don't get me wrong. You're a young man of great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Breen and Henry Knox wanted to hire you to be their secretary. I don't think so. Why are you upset? I'm not. It's all right. You want to fight? You got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies, dying like a martyr. Dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me all this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to light me with low. So, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. I am not throwing away my shot. Son, we are outgunned, outmatched. You need all the help you can get. I have some friends. Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned. One needs to size on the inside. Some Kingsmen spot some things slide. I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies. I'll rally the guys, master the element of surprise. I'll rise above my station, organize your information to rise to the occasion of a new nation, sir. Rise up. Oh, here comes the general. Rise up. Here comes the general. Rise up. Here comes the general. And his right-hand man. Boom!
Let those balls drop.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You better do it, dude.
Yeah.
Go off. Go
Helium.
off.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
I'm good.
Burr, take it away with the winter's balls.
How does a bastard orphan, son of a whore, go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious arrogance, loudmouth bother. Be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to the flower. Ladies. Looks, proximity to power. Ladies. They delighted and distracted him. Martha Washington named her Pharaoh Tomcat after him. 1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you can marry a sister, your rich son, is it a question of if, Burr, or which one? Hey, 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 hey.
Please, sorry. Ooh, I do. Hey, ooh, I do. Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's lit and I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning. I have never been the type to try and grab a spotlight. We were at a revel with some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dancing in the room. You walked in and my heart went boom, trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing in the band, so volume right to the rhythm as we wine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, you're this one, mine. My sister made her way across the room to you, and now you're nervous thinking what she gonna do. She grabbed you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through. Then you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, yeah, I'm helpless. I know. I'm so into you. I am so into you. I know I'm down for the counting, drowning in them.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
By
Thank
all
God for
means, lead
Kirsten
the
Ryan,
way.
am I right? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Skylar,
My sister.
Thank you for all your service.
if it takes finding a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to join a harem.
I'm just saying, if you really loved me, you would share it.
Ha! 2 weeks later in my living room stressing. My father's stone face while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine. And I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through. Then he shakes your hand and says be true. And you look back to me and suddenly helpless. The boy is mine. The boy is mine. Said I'm helpless. Now for the count and I'm drowning in love.
I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, a dollar for fame. All I has my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits, and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me. Angelica tried to take goodbye to me. No stress, my love for you was never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up fucked wild, but I'll never never forget my mother's face, that was real. As long as I'm alive, I swear to God, you never feel so.
I do. Stand down for the count. I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. Down in the north.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
So good. So good.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler.
Toast to the groom, to the bride, from your sister, who's always by your side, to your union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. And decent things are happening that we don't have access to rewind. Remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves doing our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same, intelligent eyes and a hunger pain fame. And when you say hi, I forgot my dang name. See my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game.
That's a woman who has never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself.
You're like me. I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I have never been satisfied.
My name is Angelica Schuyler.
Alexander Hamilton.
Where's your family from?
Unimportant. There's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you wait.
So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone on your level. It's a hell of a catch. It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's been Franklin with the key and the kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Everything is in total agreement. It's we're dreaming and a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture. It's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give him a chance. Ask about his family. Did you see his answer? He says his dance. He's spinning with his flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy doesn't know it. Peach fuzz and he can't even grow it. I want to take him far away from this place, and I turn to see my sister's face, and she is. And I know she is. And her eyes are just. And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
By all means, lead the way.
I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has the social climb going. 'Cause I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is, and Alexander is penniless. This way when I was penniless.
Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Schuyler.
My sister. He's asking me because I'm a Schuyler sister that Elizabeth is satisfied. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica. He was right. You will never be satisfied.
Thank you for all your service.
It takes fighting a war for us to make it. We'll have to move.
I'll leave you to it. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love, she'd be silently resigned, he'd be mine. She would say I'm fine, she'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes. As I romanticize, we might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear realizes his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom, to the bride, from your sister, who's always by your side, to your union, and I hope that you will find, may you always be satisfied, and the she'll be happy as his bride. And I know you'll never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
Holy helium, limonium,
Yes.
gold, verbatium. I can't think of elements.
Period.
God.
Period. Period.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my Gia Moses. Oh, so good. All right, next.
I may not live to see our glory. I may not live to see our glory. But I've seen wonders great and I've seen wonders great and small. Cause if the tomcat can't get married,
If Alexander can get
there's hope
married.
for our ass after all. Raise the glass to freedom.
Hey,
Something they could never see again. No matter what she tells you, let's have another round tonight. It's a glass to the four of us, to the newly not poor of us. We'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, I didn't think that you'd make it. To be sure, Burr, I came to say congratulations. For the verse, Burr. We see the whole gang is here. You are the worst, Burr. Ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command instead of manning George's journal.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, but I'll be sensible. From what
I hear, you made yourself indispensable.
Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side, Burr. Is that so? What are you trying to hide, Burr? I should go. No, these guys should go. What? No, leave us alone, man. It's all right, Burr. I wish you brought this girl with you tonight, Burr. You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir. What do you mean?
She's married.
I see.
She's married to a British officer.
Oh, shit.
Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war.
I will never understand you. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for?
I'll see you on the other side of the war.
I'll see you on the other side of the war.
Wait for it, please wait for it. Wait for...
This RX bar tastes like a PBJ.
Commercials.
Cut into triangles, no crust.
That's part of the song.
Now with the Subway app, get a free footlong. Just buy one. Get
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping her bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side of Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes, and if there's a reason I'm by his side, and so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it! I'm the one thing in life I can't control. I am inimitable, I am unoriginal. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still, I am lying in wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has nothing to lose, he has nothing to prove. Hamilton's pace is relentless, he wastes no time. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraints. He takes and he takes and he takes and he keeps winning anyway. He changes the game he plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive when so few survive, and goddamn it, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. And we rise and we fall. If there's a reason I'm still alive when so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Yes. I just had a question, a really good question on like, do we jump in, you know, on like when we have our little solos? Just kind of, this is going to be a kind of gray answer because this is a cold reading essentially. Definitely go for it if you know it. But if you see that the person who is like in charge of the song and they're just singing all the parts, just let them, you know, and just like, that's cool too. So there's no one way to eat a Reese's with it. All right, cool. That's it. Let's go to the next song.
Oops, sorry, 1 second. I think that's it. Yes. Stay alive. Angelica. Stay alive. I have never seen the general so despondent. I have taken over writing all his correspondence. Congress writes, George, attack the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment, assistance. They only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence. The cavalry's not coming. Sir, Alex, listen, there's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage, outright. That's right. Don't engage, strike by night. Remain relentless till their troops take flight. Make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight. Outrun, outrun, outlast, outlast. Hit them quick, get out fast, sick of blah. Stay alive till this horror show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags, half-mast. Raise a glass, I go back to New York in my apprenticeship. I ask for French aid, I pray that French is censorship. I say I work with Hamilton, we write essays against slavery, and every day's a test of our camaraderie and bravery. We cut supply lines, we steal contraband, and we pick and choose the battles and places to take a stand. And every day, sir, entrust me with the command. And every day, no, he dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee, makes him second in command. I'm the general, oh wee! Yeah, he's not the choice I would have gone with. He shits the bed at the Battle of Monmouth. Everyone attack, retreat, attack, retreat. What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet. But there's so many of them, I'm sorry. Is this not your speed? Hamilton, ready, sir. Have Lafayette take the lead. Yes, sir. 1,000 soldiers die in 100-degree heat as we snatch the stalemate from the jaws of defeat. Charles Lee was left behind without a pot to piss in. He started saying this to anybody who would listen. Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he could do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco at Mount Vernon. Ooh, don't do a thing. History will prove him wrong. But sir, we have a war to fight. Let's move along. Strong words from Lee. Someone ought him, hold him to it. I can't disobey direct orders. Then I'll do it. Alexander, you're the closest friend I've got. Lawrence, do not throw away your shot. Sorry.
Internet and endless entertainment with contactless delivery from Xfinity.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10 dual commandments. 10 dual commandments. Number 1, the challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action. Number 2, if they don't grab a friend, that's your second, your lieutenant. When there's reckoning to be reckoned. Number 3, have your seconds, meet face to face. Negotiate a peace. Or negotiate a time and place. This is
commonplace, especially between recruits. Most abuse dies and no one shoots. Number 4.
If they don't reach a peace, that's all right. Time to get some pistols and a doctor on site.
You pay him in advance. You treat him with civility.
You have him turn around so he can have deniability.
Bye. Go before the sun is in the sky. Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Leave a note for your next of kin. Tell them where you've been. Pray the hell of heaven lets you in. Ready for the moment of adrenaline. When you finally meet your opponent. Number 8, the last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they could set the record straight.
Alexander.
Aaron Burr, sir.
Can we agree that duels are dumb and immature?
Sure, but your man has to answer for his words, Burr.
With his life, we both know that's absurd, sir.
Hang on, how many men died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous?
Okay, so we're doing this.
Number 9, look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place is fire.
Yes,
I'm satisfied.
What is the meaning of this? Mr. Bird, get a medic for the general.
Yes, sir.
You will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service.
Let's ride.
Hamilton, meet me inside. Son, war is hard enough without infighting. We called you out, we called his bluff. You solved nothing. You aggravate our allies to the south. You're absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. I would shut him up. Son, I'm not your son. Watch your tone. I am not a maiden to need a defending. I'm grown. Conway's men take your name and they rake it through the mud. My name's been through a lot. I can take, but I don't have your name. I don't have your titles. I don't have your land. But if you gave me a command or a battalion, a group of men to lead, I could fly above my station after the war. Or you could die, and we need you alive. I'm more than willing to die. Your wife needs you alive. Son needs you alive. Call me son one more time. Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Go home.
Sorry.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around.
How long have you known?
A month or so.
Eliza, you should have told me.
I wrote to the general a month ago. I begged him to send you home.
You should have told me.
I'm not sorry. You knew you'd fight until the war
War's not done.
But you deserve a chance to use your sin. Look around, look around. how I really are to be alive right now.
You relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life.
You relish being my wife. Look around, look around. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. To stay alive. Oh, that would be enough. Somebody call me. What is this? Hold, please. Sorry. What the fuck?
You're good. Technical difficulties, everyone.
I didn't even know where I was. Just a fraction of your smile, or a fragment of your mind. Look at the world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the world to keep erasing and creating in your mind. And I'm not afraid. I know who I marry. As soon as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. Just that you grant your peace of mind. If you let me inside of your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay. And that could be enough. You could be enough. That could be enough.
Can I play this one? How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know one love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman.
I'm taking this horse by the reins, make a red coat, red with blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make him drop and burn him up and scatter the remains up. Watch me engaging, I'm escaping them and raging them. I go to France for more funds, come back with more guns and ships, and so the balance shifts.
Rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts.
We can end this war at Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there's someone else we need.
I know.
So he knows what to do in the trench, and he's doing it for her in the French, I mean. So you're gonna have to use him eventually. What you gonna do in the bench, I mean? No one has my resilience or matches my practical, tactical brilliance. You want to fight for your land back? Yeah, get your right-hand man back. I mean, you gotta get your right-hand man back. I mean, you gotta put some thought into a lot of, but the sooner the better to get your right-hand man back.
Alexander Hamilton, troops are waiting in the field for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, I have soldiers who will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same. Alexander. I was younger than you are now when I was given my first command. I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake. I felt the shame rise and even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eye on me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known. And I was young and dreamed for me. No control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Who can win? I know that greatness lies in you. But remember from here on in, history has its History has its eyes on
The Battle of Yorktown, 1781. Monsieur Lafayette.
The man where you belong.
Are you saying no sweat? We're finally on the field. We've had quite a run.
Immigrants.
We get the job done. So what happens if we win?
I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance.
We'll be with you when you do.
Till we meet again.
I'll see you on the other side.
Go and lead your men.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Till the world turns upside down. Till the world turns upside down. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy ahead of me. If this is the enemy, at least I have a friend of me. Weapon in my hand and command in my men with me. Then I remember my allies is expecting me. Not only that, but allies is expecting. You gotta go, gotta get the job done, gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Get the bullets out your gun, the bullets out your gun. We move undercover and we move as one. Through the night we have one shot to live another day. You cannot get a straight gunshot, live us away. We butt up close, seize the moment and stay in it. It's either that or meet the business end of a bayonet. The code word is Rochambeau, dig me, Rochambeau. You have your orders now, go man, go. And so the American experiment begins, where the friends are scattered to the winds, blowing to the South Carolina, redefining bravery. We'll never be free until we end slavery. When we finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How did we know that his plan would work? We had a spy on the inside. That's right, Hercules Mulligan.
Until spying on the British government, I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it to my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the Sons of Liberty, and I am loving it. See, that's what happens when you up against the rugby. Now somebody's gotta shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction. When you knock me down, I get the fuck back up again. Let's go!
After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on the parapet. Wave the white handkerchief.
I wasn't on.
And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded. We count our dead. Like soldiers wondering alike if this really means freedom. Not yet. We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. They escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home, single file, tens of thousands of people flood the streets. There are screams and the church bell ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, I hear the Dream King song they're singing. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down, 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 down. Feeling for America, feeling for friends. Down, down. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Down, down. We won, we won, we won. The world turned upside down.
That got me so hyped.
You better rap, Leland, okay?
Y'all don't understand how hype I am in my dining room right now. Y'all just don't understand.
Right.
My favorite song.
They say the price of my war is not a price that they're willing to pay. Insane! You cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought that we made an arrangement. When you went away, you were mine to subdue. Despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? Now you've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all your call. All alone across the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Na, 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 na. Oh. You're on your own.
Oh, wow. Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Good yard sign the morning sun. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Ooh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun. My son, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around. I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world listen for you. We'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
Yes. Come on. Jenna, are we doing these lines or are we just going through.
Yeah, let's do those lines.
I may not live to see all the glory.
Alexander, there's a letter for you.
Would you read it? I actually don't have that script. I'm just like trying to. I don't have that. But is that what it's? I think that's what it says. I don't know.
Something.
You'll find Diamond.
Just read it. Just read it. Just read it.
Yeah, sure. It's from John Lawrence. I'll read it later.
But I'll gladly join the fight.
No, it's from his father. His father?
And when our children tell her story,
will you read it?
They'll tell the story of tonight.
On Tuesday, I don't got my glasses on, so I can't see what that is. My son was killed in a gunfight against British troops retreating from South Carolina. The war was already over. As you know, John dreamed of emancipating and recruiting 3,000 men for the first all-black military regiment. His dreams of freedom for these men die with him.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us.
Alexander, are you all right? I have so much work to do.
Beautiful. Next song, Love. Oh, Burr, if you're going, you're on mute.
So we'll start that again.
Take two.
Thanks. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. Burr worked next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How does a country learn to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Just non-stop. Co-counsel Hamilton sit down and client every week. Call your first witness. Why do you want the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Some attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Why do you write like you're not to the guy? Keep on fighting in the meantime.
It's an old song that we can sing along in harmony. The stronger than in Albany. Sorry, I'm trying to find it at the same time.
Non-stop.
I practiced the law, practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world and I've corrected it.
Yeah, we can just do it a cappella. If that's easier.
You can start it again, find it and start it again.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking we could do this one a cappella if that's easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you listened to that song as many times as you want to sing it?
Yeah, I'll listen to it all day. You're fine.
Well, we can just keep going from where we stopped just then.
If you can sing this song nonstop.
Yeah, nonstop.
All right. Which way are we doing? Are we doing a cappella? Just go for it.
Yeah, we can do a cappella.
Where did you stop? I'm sorry.
Well, we can go from the top. If
yeah,
that's
we can just go
easier.
from the top. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
After the war, I went back to New York.
After the war, I went back to New York.
I finished up my studies and I practiced law.
I practiced law. Burr worked next door.
Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop.
Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation, the liberty behind the liberation. I be intent to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that my assistant counsel.
Co-counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client Levy Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say.
Okay, one more thing.
Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Soon that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime.
Corruption just an old song that we can sing along in harmony. And nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy is increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's what public service seems to be calling me. I practiced the law, practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've corrected it. Now, for a strong central democracy, if not, then I'll be Socrates and throwing rocks at these verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Damn it.
Hamilton, at the Constitutional Convention.
I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention.
There's a New York junior delegate.
Now, what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate.
Goes and proposes his own form of government.
What?
His own plan for a new form of government.
What?
Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless.
Right, young man. Yo, who the F is this?
Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like you're going out of style? Write day and night like you're going out of style. Every day you fight like you're going out of style. Do what you do. Alexander.
Aaron Burr, sir.
It's the middle of the night.
Can we confer, sir?
Is this a legal matter?
Yes, and it's important to me.
What do you need?
Burr, you're a better lawyer than me.
Okay.
I know I talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're persuasive. My client needs a strong defense. You're the solution.
Who's your client?
The new U.S. Constitution?
No.
Hear me out.
No way.
A series of essays anonymously public, defending the document to the public.
No one will read it.
I disagree.
And if it fails?
Burr, that's why we need it.
The Constitution's a mess.
So it needs amendments.
It's full of contradictions.
So is independence. We have to start somewhere.
No way.
You're making a mistake.
Good night.
Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution?
Of course.
Then defend it.
And what if you're backing the wrong horse?
Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side.
I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow.
It's Angelica. Elena, that's you, girl.
Elena,
sailing off to London.
Oh, that's.
She just needed to find the key.
Oh.
I'm sailing off to London.
Wait, she's on mute. Hold on. Unmute yourself. Wait, Elena's not unmuted.
Huh?
Elena, you're on mute, girl.
There you go.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm sailing off to London. I'm accompanied by someone who always pays.
Okay, she's done.
I only saw Burr on the list. In my mind, I'm not a part
Oh,
of it.
no, that's fine.
Someone give me a lead-in. Somebody give me a...
I found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all of my days.
You got a lot of fun, but there's no one who can match you for turn of phrase. But Alexander,
Angelica,
to ride.
Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. To stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife can share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough?
Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the U.S. Constitution entitled The Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among these three men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time, like you're running out of time, like you're running out of time. Every day. How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you needed to survive? How do you write every second you're alive, every second you're alive, every second you're alive?
They are asking me to leave. I'm doing the best I can.
Yes!
to the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand man.
Treasury or state? Treasury or state? Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or the State Department?
Treasury.
Let go.
Alexander.
I have to leave.
Alexander.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. They're asking me to leave.
Look around, isn't this enough?
Satisfied.
I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I'm Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton, just do it. Wait, did I miss? Oops.
Keep going.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Yes. All right.
Okay, piano.
So good.
Okay.
Nayford always jumps in.
Let go.
A little shush. All right, we're gonna go straight through this long ass show if we do pauses, and also I always do the non-equity straight through version. That being said, piss, pee, poop, eat, whatever you need to do in between. It's the world is yours. Let's go straight into Act 2. What I Miss being played by Jefferson. Get it?
17. 1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. He have to for more yet. Treasury, Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast. Someone came along to resist him, pissed him off till we had a two-party system. You haven't met him and you haven't had the chance, because he'd been kicking ass as the ambassador to France, but someone's got to keep the American promise. You simply got to meet Thomas. Thomas Jefferson's going home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home, Lord. He's been off in Paris for so long.
France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft the Declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home, sweet home. I wanna give you a kiss. Mwah. I've been in Paris meeting a lot of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my backs down yet. Sally, be a lamb down, won't you open it? It says the president assembling the cabinet and that I am to be the treasurer of state. Great, that I'm already Senator approved. I just got home and now I'm headed off to New York. Looking at the rosy fields, I can't believe that we are free. There is a big sort of persuading me in NYC. But who's waiting for me when I step into place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. I grab my arm and I reply, what's going on? Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Everything's out. Forgot the words. The fight alone. Where have you been, friends? We have to win. Well, what did I miss? What did I miss? Head first into a political abyss. I got my first cabinet meeting today. I better think of something to say. I'm already on my way to get to the bottom of this. Woo!
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome
home.
I'm sure you've been off the Paris. Well, what did I miss?
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting? The issue on the table: Secretary Hamilton's plan to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, because I wrote them. But Hamilton forgets. This plan without the government assumes state's debts. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits. Oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in debt, why should Virginia bear it? Debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, because we got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground. We create. We just want to move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and there's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stay with me in the land of the free. Pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when Britain taxed our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what's going to happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present. We're running a real nation. Would you like to join us and stay mellow, doing whatever the hell it is you do in Monticello? If we assume the debts, the union gets a new line of credit, a financial hierarchy. How do you not get it? If we're aggressive and competitive, the union gets a boost. You'd rather give it a sedative. The civics lesson from a slaver. Hey, neighbor, your debts are paid because you don't pay for labor. We plant seeds in the South. We create. Yeah, keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting. And another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war. You didn't fight in it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? We almost died in the trench while you were off getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson always hesitant with the president. Resident, there's a plan he doesn't jettison. Madison, you're mad as a hatter. Son, take your medicine. Damn, you in worse shape than the national debt is in. Sitting there useless as two shits. Hey, turn around, bend over. I'll show you where my shoe fits.
Excuse me, Jefferson, Madison, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk. We'd like to take a brief recess and reconvene. Hamilton.
You don't have the votes. You don't have the votes. You're gonna need congressional approval, but you don't have the votes. Such a blunder. How it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder.
Why he even brings the thunder.
Pull yourself together.
Sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather.
Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth.
So we let by the self. I'm sorry.
We need the votes.
Strokes.
We need to convince more folks.
James Madison will talk to me. That's a non-starter.
Winning was easy, young man. Governing's harder.
They're being transigent.
You have to find a common.
But they don't have a plan. They just hate mine.
Convince them otherwise.
And what happens if I don't get congressional approval?
Imagine that they'll call for your removal.
Sir?
Figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander.
Okay, real question. How do we want to do this? Because there's a lot in this song.
Word.
You mean the question of doing it with music or without music?
I mean, I could play it, then I can stop it.
Or I mean, how about we go through it? I mean, there's a delay, but Nafer could just kind of jump in and follow people pianoistically.
Sure.
And like just add in little zhuzh.
Okay.
This is Nafer's life. He's living for this. All right. All right. I think that's the way we could do it, where we can take advantage of Nafer.
Okay.
Nafer, the sheepish. Love you. Okay, go for it.
Nathan, can I get my beginning note, please?
Come on, starting page.
Thank you. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit,
Un, deux, trois, quatre, sept, huit, neuf.
Good. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six,
Un, deux,
sept, huit,
trois,
neuf.
quatre, sept, six, sept, huit, neuf.
Sept, huit, neuf.
Sept, huit, neuf.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Go ahead and sight read this.
Casual sight reading is casual.
Just go ahead.
It's you, Nathan.
Who's Alexander? Where's Alexander Hamilton?
I wasn't assigned this. I don't know it. I don't know it too well.
I can do it if y'all want.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alicia,
go
go
ahead.
for it. Get it, Alicia.
Kill it. Kill it.
My dearest Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having to name the play. They think me Macbeth, ambition is my Polly. I'm a Matthew Patrick, as a massive pain. Dustin Bengal, Congress is mixed up. There's Congress on its way to Destiny. Here you are, an ocean away. You have to be an ocean away. Lots of years aside, and I get
another letter.
And I cannot put the ocean away.
Take a break.
I'm on my way.
There's a little surprise before supper, and you cannot wait.
I'll be there in just a minute. Save my plate.
Alexander.
Okay.
And is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. Practicing all day. Philip, take it away.
Daddy, 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 look. My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can rhyme rhymes, but you can't rhyme mine.
What?
I practice French and play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother. My daddy's trying to start America's big. 1, 2, 3, get to sing.
Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Wait with us for the summer, let's go stay.
Eliza, I've got so much on my plate.
I'll go stay with my father. It's a lake, I know.
I know. I'd love to go.
I can go. It gets dark.
I will try to get away.
My dearest Alexander, you must get through this deficit. Sit down with him and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite sister, Angelica, reminds you that someone in your way across the sea. Notice the comma in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Did you intend this? When stroking you consumed my waking days, it said,
my dearest Angelica.
Dearest, you've written
my dearest Angelica.
I'm coming on the time. My sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy. I know you're important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait.
You are an ocean away. You have to be an ocean away.
Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today.
The Schuyler sisters. Hi.
To see your face.
Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway.
You're not joining us. Wait.
I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate.
Alexander, coming up. This way.
Name on the way.
In the game of Congress.
Run away. Let's go.
I'd lose my job if I would get this plan through Congress. What?
With our father.
I know
miss your face.
I'd like to go.
Through your courage to the sticking place. Lies and if you take it, close your eyes and dream.
I have to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop until I get this plan through Congress.
Into the hoochie.
Boom. Great teamwork, guys. That's a hard goal to read.
Were you ever afraid of what people thought of you?
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Go ahead, add.
It's nothing like summer in the city. Someone underdressed meets someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. And Alexander's by himself. I'll let him tell it.
I hadn't slept in a week. I was weak. I was awake. You never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said,
"No, you are a man of honor. So sorry to bother you at home, but I don't know where to go. And I came here all alone."
She said,
"My husband's doing me wrong, beating me, cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on."
So I offer her a loan. I offered to walk her home. She said,
"You're too kind, sir."
I gave her $30 that I had socked away. She lived a block away. She said,
"This one's mine, sir."
Then I said, well, I should head back home. She turned red. She led me to her bed, let her legs spread and said,
"Stay."
Hey.
Hey.
That's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. But my God, she looks so helpless. And her body's saying, hell yes. Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. In my mind, I'm trying to go. Then her mouth is on mine. I do not say, no, no. Say no to this. No. Say no to this. No. Say no to this. Say no to this. I wish I could say that was the last time. I said that last time. It became a pastime. A month into this endeavor, I received a letter from a Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it said, Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife you decided to uh-oh, you made the wrong sucker a cuckold. So time to pay the piper for the pants you unbuckle. And hey, you can keep seeing my whole wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. I hid the letter and I raced to her place. Screamed, how could you, in her face? She said, no, half dressed, apologetic, a mess. She looked pathetic, she cried.
Please don't go, sir.
So was your whole story you set up?
I don't know about any
Stop
letter.
crying, goddammit, get up.
I didn't know any better.
I am ruined.
You don't leave me as I'm helpless. Just
do this.
What you want, then you can have.
I don't want you.
You can stay.
Oh, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this, cause the situation's helpless. And her body's saying hell yes. Oh, show me how to say no to this. How can I say no to this? There is nowhere I can go. When her body's on mine, I do not say no, no. Say no to this. 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 Say no to this. I don't say no to this. There is nowhere I can go. Nobody needs to know.
Mr. Secretary, did you hear about the good old General Mercer? You know Claremont Street. They were named it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure. And all he had to do was die. We ought to give it a try. Now, how are you gonna get your death plans through?
I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you.
Really?
Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor.
The Madison and Jefferson are merciless.
Hate the sin, love the sinner. Hamilton. Sorry, Burr, I gotta go. But decisions are happening over dinner.
Two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed foes. They emerge with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital, and here's a pièce de résistance. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of trade, how salsa gets made. We just assume that it happened, but no one else was in the room when it happened.
Alexander was in Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray. Alexander said, and basically begged me to join the fray. I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say. Well, I arranged the meeting, I arranged the venue, the menu, the seating,
but no one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the body gets the yes. The price is that a sacrifice in every game of chess. We just assume that it happens, but no one else was in the room where it happens. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that never every issue has to settle by committee. Congress is fighting over the Capitol. It isn't pretty. Then Jefferson approaches with the dinner and invite, and Madison responds with Virginian insight.
One problem with the mother, when a victory in other words, quid pro quo. Wouldn't you like to look a little closer to home?
Actually, I would.
Well, I propose to promote. Well, we'll see how it goes.
No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. My God, in God we trust, but we never really know what God discussed. Click, boom, then it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened.
Alexander Hamilton.
What did they say to get ships from New York City down the river?
Alexander Hamilton.
Did Washington know about the dinner? Was the presidential pressure to deliver? Or did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol?
Thanks, we're in the same spot.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got when you got skin in the game, stay in the game.
But you don't get to win unless you're playing the game. Oh, you get left. You get hate for it. You get nothing if you wait for it. God help, forgive me. I want to build something that is gonna outlive me. But what do you want, Bert? What do you want, Bert? If you stand for nothing, Bert, what do you fall for? I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I want to be in the room where it happens. I want to be in the room. I gotta be in the room, in that big old room. Hold your nose and close your eyes. But we don't get it straight away. But we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room. I've got to be. I got to be, oh, I gotta be in the room, in the room. Click boom.
Yes. Look, Grandpa's in the paper. War hero Philip Schuyler loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost his seat in the Senate. Daddy's gonna find out any minute.
I'm sure he already knows.
Further down, Sunday Smith, the senator from New York. The senator. One put me up and up and up again. No one knows who you are, what you do. Well, you know me, they don't like you. Excuse me. Although Wall Street are great.
Took it. So I took it. I don't see where this has to end.
I've always considered you a friend.
Oh, I can play it. Who's playing it?
Who's next on the list?
You wanna do the next? You wanna start that verse? Yeah,
I got you.
The issue on the table.
And
France is
I'll
the
jump in
verge
on
of
mine.
war with England. Do we provide aid and troops to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only person you have to convince is me. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
When we were on death's door, when we were needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and half a chance. Who provided those funds?
France.
In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against oppression and revolution is messy. But now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate. But I remind you that he's not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Nothing! Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty, desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response.
You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink of meddling in the middle of a military mess, a game of chess where France is queen and kingless. We signed a treaty with the king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Or should we honor a treaty King Louis had? Do whatever you want, I'm super dead.
Enough. Hamilton is right.
Sir.
Too fragile to start another fight.
But sir, do we not fight for freedom?
Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them.
The people are leading.
The people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, if the little is quieting, you would let your ideals blind you to reality. Draft a statement of neutrality.
Did you forget Lafayette?
What?
Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in the hour of need, you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
At last, I admitted.
I bet you were quite low.
My defenders got acquitted.
Yeah. Well, someone ought to remind you.
What?
You're nothing without Washington behind you.
Hamilton.
Oh, Daddy's calling.
Hard work means never cutting corners.
Kind of shows.
Almost never.
True. Hard work means never cutting corners.
It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have a Washington on your side.
Every action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to Hamilton, our cab is fractured into factions. Try not to crack under other stress, we're breaking down like factions. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of fashion. The way he primps and preens and dresses like the pits of fashion. Our poorest citizens are farmers with ration to ration, as Wall Street robs and grind in search of chips to fashion. This brick is asking for someone to bring the chest. Somebody give me some dirt on his vacuum mask and make it last and master. I pulled the trigger on him. Someone load the gun and cock it while we were all watching. He got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice. It must be nice to have a Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have a Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights.
What y'all wrote?
The ink just had dried. It must be nice. It must be nice to have a Washington on your side.
Wasn't the trouble that
See how he lies?
Enterprise.
Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive. I have to resign. Somebody has to send up to his mouth. Somebody trying to douse. You can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I am complicit in watching him robbing and power and kissing. If Washington isn't going to listen to discipline, dissidents, this is the difference. This kid is out. Oh, somebody controls. The Senate keeping on the front of toes. Let's show this letter, listen to the Republicans. Southern motherfucking Democratic Republicans. Let's show the money and see where it goes. Because everyone's second as Hillary goes. If we follow the money and see where it leads, getting the views, looking at the scenes, Hamilton makes deeds. It must be nice. It must be nice. Follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice. It must be nice. The emperor has no clothes. We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice. It must be nice to have a Washington on your side.
Who's next? It's 9.
It's one last time.
Got it.
Get it, Washington.
Hit us on. You gonna do it with me, or do you want me to do both?
I have it down for you to play at Washington, Nafert.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but the first little bit is Hamilton's part.
Oh, he said you got it.
Yeah, there's too much delay, so just got it.
Mr. President, you're asked to see me. I know you're busy. What do you need, sir? Sir, I want to give you a word of warning. Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it. Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning. I need a favor, whatever you say, sir. Jefferson will pay for his behavior. Talk less, I'll use the press, I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do with him. I need you to draft an address. Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind now. He's stepping down so he can run for president. Good luck defeating you, sir. I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president. So one last time. Relax, have a drink with me one last time. Let's take a break tonight and then we'll teach them how to say goodbye. Say goodbye, you and I want to talk about neutrality. Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war. Is this the... I want to warn against partisan fighting, but pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned. As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve. One last time, the people will hear from me one last time. And if we life. We're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I, Mr. President, they will say you're weak. No, they will see we're strong. Your position is so unique, so I'll use it to move them along. Why do you have to say goodbye? When I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It hurts me when I'm gone. Scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. To be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade. Home in this nation we've made. One last time, one last time. Though in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence, and that after 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with an upright zeal, the faults of incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion. I myself will soon be in the mansions of rest. I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of the good laws and of a free government, ever favorite object of my heart, the happy reward is trust, mutual care, labors and dangers. One last time. Teach me how to say goodbye. You and I, going home. History has its eyes on you. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. Teach them how to say goodbye. To say goodbye. Say goodbye. One last time.
That was amazing. That was beautiful.
Beautiful. All right.
They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they gonna keep on replacing whoever comes next? And if so, who's next? There's anybody else in this country who looms quite as large? What? John Adams? I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? Oh, 85, yes. That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small, all alone. Watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. La da 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 da. President John Adams. Good luck.
How does Hamilton, the short-tempered creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, utterly assistant Post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson, the runner-up, just makes him the vice president. Adams fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard and taunts. Hamilton publishes his response.
Sit down, John, you fat mother!
Hamilton's out of control. This is great. He's out of power. He holds no office, and he just destroyed President John Adams, the only other significant member of his party.
Hamilton is a host unto himself. As long as he can hold a pen, he's a threat. Let's let him know.
Seek financial gain.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Madison, Senator Burr, what is this?
We have the check stubs from separate accounts.
Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts to a Mr. James Reynolds way back in 1791.
Is that what you have real done?
You are uniquely situated by virtue of your position.
Though virtue is not a word I'd apply to this situation.
To seek financial gain straight from a sacred mission.
And the evidence suggests you engaged in speculation.
An immigrant embezzling our government funds.
Your career is done.
I hope you save some money for your daughters and sons. You just go on where you come from.
You're asking me to confess. You have nothing. I don't have to tell you anything at all.
Unless. No one else was in the room. What happened?
Yes.
Dear sir,
I hope this letter finds you in good health and in prosperous enough position to put you in wealth, the pockets of people like me down in their luck, you see. That was my wife you decided to.
What?
And when she had me in a corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for assaulted me. I paid him quarterly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checking history. Check it again against your listings and consistency. I never spent a cent that was in mine.
That's fine. Yes, but I have not committed treason in my good name. As you can see, it has nothing to do with legal action. All my answers to your satisfaction.
My God. Gentlemen, let's go.
So?
The people won't know what we know.
I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe-to-toe.
Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both
Alexander, rumors only grow, and we both know what we know.
In the eye of a hurricane, there was quiet for just a moment. A yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. They plastic played around. Total strangers moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And when my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up the pen, I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. Wait for it, and I'll write my way out. Wait for it, write everything down far as I can see. History has its eyes on you. This is the eye of a hurricane. This is the only way I can spend my legacy. Wait for it, wait. The Reynolds pamphlet. Who played it?
Who's next? Hold on. I'll go. We just did, was that Hurricane we just did? Yes? I can't see people's faces right now. I need audio. That was Hurricane, so we're now
Yes, Hurricane.
Pamphlet, which is Jefferson, correct?
Okay, I'll start.
I have the Reynolds pamphlet, Jefferson.
The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this shit? Hamilton had a secret affair and he wrote it down right there. The charge against me is a connection with someone named I had frequent meetings with her, most of them at my own house.
Damn.
Hamilton, with our children being absent on a visit to her father. No. Have you read this? The president now.
Be president now.
Be president now.
We're gonna be president now.
President now.
We're gonna be president now.
Worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
I came as soon as I heard. From London? Damn. Delica, thank God. Someone who understands. Yes. Yes, Diamond, we can. I don't know. Do I just keep going? Just go? I don't know where I am. Okay, I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone trusting or as kind. And more than anything in this life, I will choose our happiness over mine every time. But what we had aside, I'm standing at a side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now.
Never gonna be president now.
One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. Hey.
This is honest with my name. Hey. Oh, sorry. Hey. Hey. His poor wife, girl, he ain't shit. I hope she leaves his ass. She probably won't.
I'm screaming.
Yeah. All right, next.
Put yourself on mute, Paul. Ooh, do I still know these lyrics? I know the first burn lyrics, child. I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when I saw your first letter arrive? She said,
Be careful with that love. He will do what it takes to survive. When your words flooded my senses, your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. When you were mine, the world seemed to You published the letters she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. Clearing your name, you ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said? When she read with you dimes, she said, you married an Icarus. He is flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how the Liza reacted when you broke her heart. You've torn it all apart, I'm watching it burn. I'm watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all right to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. That's a lot. I hope that you
Sing that shit.
Boy, you
Sing, ma'am.
come on, man.
Yes.
That's what I came back for. Yes.
The disrespect, the utter disrespect. How very dare you, ma'am? How very dare.
Next song. Great job.
Oh, I have a question for this song. Is there a George Eager for this?
There is not. Feel free to be him.
Okay, cool. Okay. Cool.
Impromptu casting.
Meet the latest graduate at King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm astonished. The scholars said I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father Boulder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. Used to me to say that someday I would blow us all away. Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George Eager. Made the speech that speak of 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I saw him just up Raleigh a couple of blocks. He's going to see a play. Well, I'll go visit his box. God, you're a fox. And y'all pretty in the frocks. Someday, and strip out her socks. Blow us all away. Yep. George, I'm trying to watch the show. You should probably wash your mouth before I talk to my father, though. I didn't say that was true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems are you. Ooh, it's like that? Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy friends. See you on the dueling ground, that is. You want to step outside and go now. Don't watch the show now. Pops, if you only... Pops, if only you hadn't heard the shit he said about you. I doubt you have let slide. Now I was not about to slow down. I came to ask you for advice. This is my first duel. They don't exactly cover the subject in boarding school. Did your friends attempt to negotiate peace? He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease. Where is this happening? Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey. All right, so this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Eager is in front of you. When the time comes, fire a weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair. What if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner. No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life if that's something that you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak. Father, promise me, you don't want this young man on your conscience. Okay, I promise. Come back when you're done. Take my gun, be smart, make me proud, son. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, and I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eager, how was the rest of your show? I'd rather skip the peasantries, let go. Grab your pistol. Comfort your men. The duel commence after we count to 10. And then, count to 10! Look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. And slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait.
Stay alive. Where is my son? Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way over. Is he alive? Yes, but you have to understand, the bullet entered just above his hip and launched him right in the arm. Can I see him, please? I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived. Philip.
Pa. I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high.
I know. Everything just right.
Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky.
I know.
I was aiming for the sky. Mom, so sorry, forget what you taught me. Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me.
Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you
taught me. We play piano.
Put your hands on
me.
Change the melody every time.
I would always change the line.
I know.
I would always change the line.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
1, 2, 3.
7, 8, 9. 7, 8. I'm not screaming no.
No. Saving Bojangles, that's right. Unless someone has a track, I'm just gonna start singing because I don't have one.
Just go for it.
Okay. There are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unbearable. The moments when you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. Hamilton's left town and learn to live with the unimaginable. I spent hours in the garden, and I walk along to the store. I head uptown. That's the door. Hey, never used to happen before. If you see him in the street, walking by himself, have pity. my heart fall apart. Can you imagine? Yeah, and where we started. I know I don't deserve you alive, but hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, you a smile, that would be enough. Don't pretend challenges and faith, don't hurt chasing where we lost and you need, but I'm not afraid. I know who I'm married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough. If you see me next to you, walking by your side, looking back, this he's trying to do you know, taking genocide to the city. They're trying to do. Oh, there are moments that the words don't reach. There's grace too powerful to name. We push away what we never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They're standing in the garden. Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand.
It's quiet uptown.
Forgive me. Can you imagine forgiveness? Can you imagine if you see him in the street walking by his side? They are going through the unimaginable.
Beautiful. My God. All right, moving on to Jefferson, playing Election of 1800.
God, please, I'm crying.
That was gorgeous.
Can we get back to politics? Every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shot the bed. I love the guy, but he is an attraction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction. He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances. And they say I'm a francophile. At least they know I know where France is.
Endorsement, make redeem.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
He used to work on your own staff. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. Might be nice. It might be nice to have a Hamilton on your size.
Talk less, smile more. Wait. I can't hear it. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Shake hands with him, charm her. It's 1800, lady. Tell your husband and vote for Burr. Okay.
How's that? Better? It's quiet up here, Mr. Hamilton. What a da 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 na 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 na. It's quiet up now. Mr. Hamilton. Na 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 na.
I can't tell. Did the song end or did it just get quiet? Oh.
If you had to choose, is a tie. It's up to Hamilton. People are gonna hear my voice. And if you were to ask me who I promote, Jefferson has my vote. I've never agreed with Jefferson once. We have put in the line in front. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. And
you won in a landslide.
That's on a Wells race run. It did give you a try. Look forward to a partnership. A partnership?
As your vice president.
You hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me, talking about, I look forward to our partnership.
It's crazy that the guy who comes in second needs to get to the vice president.
Oh, you know what? We can change that. You know why?
Why?
I'm the president. Hey, Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
Love it. Take it, Hamilton.
Thomas Hamilton, arrogant, immigrant, orphan, and bastard, poor son somehow endorsed Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, and a man he despises since the beginning, just to keep me from winning. I want to see you be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life and mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you got something to say, name a Tyson to place face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I am always wanted on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I am nothing shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to
obedient servant, Abraham. Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperity, good man. Answer for the accusations, silently at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
Grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said. Every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true.
The stand, Alexander. Weehawken, gone. Guns drawn.
You're wrong.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Yes, pass the buck. Booyah! So good, David. Yeah, it's you, Hamilton, but you're on mute. Best of wives.
Sorry, just getting through this this ad here.
Commercial. Ooh, I love a commercial. Bye bye.
I have an early meeting out of town. It's still dark outside. I know. I just need to write something down. Why do you write?
that would be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone.
Come back to sleep.
This meeting's at dawn.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey, best of wives and best of women. Very eventful song.
Perfect line. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Going into Burr. The vagina was wide enough.
99% chance of getting approved for a car, even if you don't have great credit. You may qualify for $0
Okay,
down.
girl, thanks. Okay. Wrong. There are 10 things you need to know. Because of this and a dawn, my friend William P. then assigned it on my number. Hamilton arrives with his crew. Nathaniel Pennington and doctor that he knew. I watched Hamilton examine them.
I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man
So as in my politics, I didn't know this one very well. And no one shoots. Hamilton drew his position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with Mark's man's ability. The doctor turned around so he can have deniability. Now I am inspired to what? Confession time, here is what I got. My fellow soldiers tell you I'm a terrible shot. Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can get the record straight. They won't teach you this in their classes. Look it up, Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim, it's either him or me. The world will never be the same. I had only thought the man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Look him in the eye and no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paces fire.
I imagine death so much, it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me? I see it coming. Do I run or do I... Oh, sorry. I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or do I let it be? There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you'll remember me? What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference, a place where even an orphaned immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time, and my time's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom.
He aims his pistol at the sky. Wait! Yeah, I had to stop the music. I strike him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I'm so sorry, but I am ushered away. They row him back across the Hudson. I get a drink. I actually don't know the song very well. I didn't practice it.
Say Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes. We can history obliterates every picture it paints me and all my mistakes. Alexander in the sky may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. Survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm a villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me.
You better play that piano, sir.
Very good with your penis.
Okay. I'm gonna put on the instrumental. Everyone just sing your parts, I guess.
It's gonna be great.
Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story.
I'll give him this. His financial system is worth a peep. I couldn't even do it if I tried. I tried.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? You took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it.
Enough credit. All the credit he gave us.
Okay.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Every other founding father story was told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
Tells your story. Who tells your story?
Put myself back in the narrative. I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. I enter every shoulder fought by your side.
He tells our story.
I try to make sense of your thoughts with writing. You're right, like you're running out of time. Angelica. She is buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I asked myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in His kindness, He gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument.
She tells my story.
I speak out against slavery. Could have done so much more if you only had time. And my time is up. Have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, and can I show you what I'm proudest of? I established the first private orphanage in New York City. Thank you. I helped to raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up. In their eyes I see you, Alexander. My time is up. Have I done enough? Will I tell your story? Can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Who tells your story?
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Yeah! Oh my gosh, go team, go. That was amazing. Alicia gets the shout out for just jumping in multiple times, which is amazing. I love that. Jaleel dodged a bullet, so did Janelle.
Did. Was here though.
I've gotten you guys other times, so it's okay.
Y'all, that was
I
lit.
said I am not warm. Ain't nobody. I can't wake up.
Oh, you guys, thank you so much. That was such a good reading.